What's up, guys? Back with another late night discussion. It's another rainy night. Happy Friday. I was just thinking to myself about why women deprive their husbands of sex. And this is why women deprive their husbands of sex because they married the man for financial reasons. They wasn't attracted to the man no way. And that's why I realize that when you're a man that's not desired by women, you're in a lose-lose position. You cannot come out on top in a position like this. This is why women deprive their husbands because they don't find them attractive. This is why some women do that to their husbands. They don't want to have sex with their husband. And you better believe if your wife is not having sex with you, you better believe that she's having sex with somebody. You better believe it. And this is why women ain't giving up the box. You got certain women, they not giving up the box to their husband. And I'm seeing that if you're a man that's not sought after or desired by women, you don't need to be getting married. I always wanted to be married. But I'm just realizing that if you're a dude who's never been desired, you're making a big mistake by getting married. Because more than likely, your wife will never love you. Your wife is not going to love you, and she's going to cheat on you behind. And I can see it happening clear as day to a dude like me. You know, um, it's just, this is a terrible situation to be in. I mean, it's really mind boggling that you have some dudes who've never been desired. But you know what some dating coaches and PUAs would say about certain men who've never been wanted? They just got to learn game and learn charisma. That's BS. There's no, if you a man who's never been desired, there's no dating coach, there's no charisma that you could learn to make yourself desirable. I call it capping. It's all cap. You know, there's no dating coach, no pickup artist that could help a man who's never been wanted since he was a teenager all the way into his adult life. Guys like that can't be helped. Um, that's why I say I feel the best decision for guys who are not wanted is to pay for sex, pay for the box. That's why you have a lot of passport bros going over to Colombia, these foreign countries buying sex. That's the answer. I wish I would have known that back when I was a teenager. I could have done it a long time ago. If you're a man who's not chosen by women, you just gonna have to pay for the box. And that's why a lot of these dudes are going overseas. They going to brothels. They doing what they got to do to pay. I overheard that they charging at those brothels. You got to have your finances in order when you go to those brothels. But that's the alternative for men who are not chosen by women. Getting married, I'm seeing if you're a man that women are not attracted to, you're making a bad mistake by getting married because your marriage is going to fall apart. And now I'm seeing why you have more and more guys coming out the woodworks saying that they would never get married to a woman because I always wanted to be married. I happen to be listening to the song Luckiest Man off of the Coming Home album. That's Usher's new album. I happen to be listening to that song again. I was listening to that song again. I was listening to it yesterday, and I was finding myself becoming very depressed listening to that song because when you got a man talking about how he's the luckiest man in the world, he's talking about how all his wishes have been answered. I mean, that's a man right there who's blessed. That's a man right there who's highly favored. And I'm not trying to get religious right now, but that's a man right there who's truly blessed. That's a lucky man. I mean, how many guys can relate to that song? And if you haven't heard Luckiest Man off of Usher's new album, I would suggest you give it a listen, because there are some men out there who were lucky from day one. Females always liked him. Females always wanted to get him some pussy. There are some dudes, no female has ever wanted to get him nothing but a middle finger and to go to hell. And it's just unfortunate that it had to be that way for certain guys. But I'm understanding that marriage is only for desirable men. You know, I was thinking to myself, even if I was a man who was rich, I still don't think I would get married. You know, because the marriage is not going to be genuine. You know, I had to understand that a genuine connection between a man and a woman is when a woman is attracted to you, not a woman being with you because you got a lot of money. The most genuine connection between a man and a woman is when that woman finds you to be an attractive man. Her vagina gets wet for you. That's the most genuine connection right there. A woman getting with you because you drive a C-Class Mercedes Benz. A woman getting with you because you got a nice home, or because you can buy her some Hermes and Chanel bags. That's not a genuine connection. That's a transactional connection. That's a using connection. And it's just unfortunate that that's the ballpark that certain guys fall into, because women just don't find them attractive. And I used to didn't understand why certain dudes would say that they're never getting married to a woman. I understand why some guys said they're never getting married. You know? Because, see, if I ever got married to a woman, I wanted to take a trip to France for the honeymoon. We go to Cannes, go to the film festival, go to the Champagne regions of France. But unfortunately, some guys are not going to be able to experience those things. I just had to learn to understand that if, you don't need to be getting married if women don't find you attractive. If you never been one of those guys that women like, you're making a big mistake by getting married, because your wife is not going to love you. She going to cheat on you, and she'll never be faithful to you. I mean, some guys, man, they just wasn't born with what it takes. And I'm so glad that I made that video where I was talking about genetics, because this was totally out of a lot of guys' control. Being attractive to women, this was strictly based on their genetic makeup. Some guys they wasn't blessed with the genetics to get no pussy. And I'm understanding that men who are not sought after by women, men who are not desired, the only option is just to pay for the box. That's really the only option. And no wonder you got certain women who cannot stand to have sex with their husband. And now I understand why you have a lot of dead bedrooms. Because I used to wonder, why are there dead bedrooms? Why certain women don't like having sex with their husband? This is why. Because they was never attracted to him in the first place. But what more can you say? This is just a lose-lose situation. But this has been another late night talk. You guys have a good night.